There's Roxanne waiting on her new steering dampener. It's safer than it looks. Got jack stands all under there and it's chalked in the back. So let's crawl into the underbelly of Roxanne. As we go in, you see this nice new piece here. This is the drag link that I installed. Of course, her steering was a little sloppy. This improved it a little bit more. I've checked all the other components and there's no play in them. So the suspect is this old steering box right here, and you know those are costly and they're a to-do. So we'll get to that later. For now, I'm just gonna, you know, this needed to be replaced anyway, this drag link, so that got done. But the pitman arm and all the other connections were great. What I'm gonna do now is show you where this steering dampener is. All right, this is gonna be rough, but there she goes. That is the steering dampener. And you know, this isn't high-tech stuff, man. It's just like a shock, and there's 2 bolts that got to be taken out. It's just basically plug and play. That one's got a bolt there and one on the other end, and pull those out and put that new one in. America. We're going to start with, you saw those 2 bolts on the steering dampener I talked about. Let's get our tools out. If you smart, you'll go ahead and keep some tools with you on your Volkswagen, and there's some good videos out there about the proper ones that you're most likely to use and out there on the road. But I'll show you where I keep a stash here on the bus. I got some more hidden around. Pretty much keep some box and wrenches back there behind the seat, and underneath there that panel comes off, and I've got tools and parts under there too. Happy birthday to my son. Last night he turned 22, and we had a little party out here for him, and his sister made him that sign, and it was fun. But time to get to work, so I have no idea what size those 2 bolts are. So I'm gonna slide back under there, find a wrench that fits it, and we'll get back to it. Guys, I have a little problem crawling back under here. I'm always leery when I'm looking around these cracks and crevices, especially since I keep Roxanne out here at the barn. But I found a little friend for the day, and it's not the type of friend you want to hang out with. Can you see that there? Let's see if we can zoom. There you go. You see those legs? Well, when I looked over there, I saw that, no doubt Black Widow eggs. And so, I didn't bother too much with it, but when I got back under there she was. Mama came out, felt the vibrations, and wanting to see what's going on and protect those eggs. So I'm sorry, but she's gonna have to be dealt with them. Just can't take the risk. So who knows what will happen to her. Yeah, I'm just gonna relocate her to the woods. Okay, I found the size. It's a 17. I went ahead and broke that one a little bit loose and broke that one a little bit loose. They were too hard to get, but I did come under here with a cheater bar the first time, and it was necessary. But they're loose now, so we're just gonna pop those off. I could probably, if I wasn't too lazy, go get a socket. So we're just gonna work on getting these 2 off, and I'll pull the steering dampener out. Oh, and our friend has been relocated to the woods. I just didn't want to show it on the video, so you don't know where she lives now. But let's get these off, and I'll pull the whole part out. Okay, the old one's out. You can see it's It's not in terrible shape, but pretty easy to slide in and out. Compare it to this new one, and it's way more stiffer. Should help with the steering a little bit. So they look the same. That's one thing you should always do is check to make sure the part that you're putting in looks like the one you're taking out. They're different brands. The new one is Saks, but they look the same, and it's a little bit stiffer, in better shape. So look, I'm just going to put it in the same way I took that one out. It's hard for me to tape video while I'm under there, but plug and play. Let's crawl back under there and get it installed. Okay, there's your axle mount. Bolt goes in there. We'll just get that started. And up here where your two tie rods come together, that bolt comes from the bottom, and there's a nut that goes up on top. That's the one I had to hold with a wrench, but it's enough to get it started. So there you go. That's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'm just going to tighten them up now, and we're going to take it for a test drive and see what it did. And the reason for traveling down this road is this right here. Yeah, that's a pretty good amount of slop in my steering wheel. So, you know, the proper way and more costly route is to check all your other components first and hope it's not in your steering box. So I did have a few things down there that needed to be replaced. That drag link was one. Now I've done the steering dampener. There's some other things I could do and intend on doing, like the tie rods, but I'm sensing more and more that, you know, mine's going to be in the steering box, and that's a whole nother deal. So let's just enjoy this win today, take it on a little ride,